Looking for some new games to dive into without spending a dime? Here's a roundup of free-to-play titles, from survival horror to co-op thrills, that you and your friends will love. First up, let's check out Once Human. This free-to-play survival game takes you into a world twisted by something called Stardust. You'll battle strange enemies, like satellite dishes that come to life, or monster buses that charge at you. Sure, the combat can get a bit repetitive, and the menus can feel a little overwhelming, but Once Human really shines when it comes to exploring and crafting. The survival mechanics are forgiving, and building relocatable bases makes exploring even more exciting. If you love games that keep you saying, just one more crate, this one will have you playing until sunrise. Next up, we have STALCRAFT X. Imagine mixing the heart-pounding action of Counter-Strike with the tense, creepy atmosphere of a post-apocalyptic RPG. That's what STALCRAFT X is all about. You explore a reimagined Chernobyl exclusion zone, facing off against mutants, other players, and supernatural threats. The game keeps things intense without being too harsh on you if you die, so it's more fun than frustrating. The best part? It's free to play, with regular updates and a fair system where you only pay for cosmetics. No pay-to-win nonsense here. Now, let's talk about Project Playtime. In this game, 6 survivors are trying to escape a toy factory while one player controls a monster hunting them down. It's like a mix of hide-and-seek and a horror movie, with terrifying creatures like Huggy Wuggy and Mommy Longlegs. The grab pack mechanic adds a cool twist, letting you interact with the environment in creative ways. It's all about teamwork, but without any pay-to-win stuff. The game also has upgradable perks and abilities that make each match feel different. If you love a good mix of puzzles and chases, this one's for you. Let's move on to Dark Hours. Prologue. This game puts a unique spin on co-op horror. It all starts with a heist gone wrong, and now you're trapped in a creepy auction house with your teammates. But here's the twist. You can't be sure if they'll help you or sacrifice you to escape. You'll be disabling security systems, grabbing loot, and trying to avoid monsters, all while deciding who you can trust. Even though it's just a prologue, it packs in enough thrills to compete with full-priced games. Up next, Escape Memoirs, Mini Stories. If you're into puzzles, this one's a great pick. Up to 5 players can team up to break out of a prison by solving clever puzzles and dodging security systems. It's not super scary, but it's perfect for quick, fun game nights with friends. The best part? It's free to play and you can jump in and out of games easily. If you like brain teasers and teamwork, give this one a try. Now let's talk about Last Year. Ever wanted to play out a classic slasher movie? This game nails that feeling. You and 5 classmates are trying to escape from a killer controlled by another player. You can pick from different classes like Assault, Medic, or Scout, and each one plays a big role in your survival. The maps are super creative and the fast-paced objectives keep things intense. The killers are strong but not unbeatable, so it feels fair. The only downside is that there aren't too many maps, but it's still a great game if you love horror with friends. Now, let's check out the Bornless. This game mixes Lovecraftian horror with intense PvPvE gameplay. You and a partner explore the misty forests of Falmouth Island, performing rituals and battling both monsters and other players. It's all about strategy. You start by gathering loot, perform rituals to gain powers, and then face off in a final showdown. The match structure is super unique, and the progression system, where you upgrade from a small cabin to a massive mansion, adds a fun layer to the game. Up next, we have BrainBread 2. If you're into fast-paced zombie shooters, BrainBread 2 is your game. It's free to play and combines an old-school FPS vibe with RPG elements. You can slice, shoot, and blow up hordes of zombies with over 20 weapons and tons of skills to mix and match. The game might not be the prettiest, but the deep progression system and mod support mean you'll never run out of ways to have fun, especially if you're playing with friends. Let's dive into Deceit. This one's all about trust, or the lack of it. 6 players are trying to escape, but 2 of them are secretly infected and can turn into monsters during blackouts. It's a tense game of deception where you never really know who to trust. While the gameplay is fun and intense, it's definitely best played with friends. Random matchmaking can be a bit hit or miss, especially for newcomers, but if you enjoy games that mess with your mind, you'll love this one. And finally, we have Fear Surrounds. If you like games like Among Us or Dead by Daylight, this one's for you. It takes social deduction to the next level with 3D environments and spooky settings. Players take on different roles like a forensic doctor or a nightmare specter, adding extra layers to the mind games. It's not the most groundbreaking game, but it's polished and has great voice chat integration. It's perfect if you're looking for a new way to challenge your friends and test your detective skills. So, there you have it, a roundup of some great free-to-play games you can dive into right now. Which one are you most excited to try? Let us know in the comments.